to Change My Life 180. Today it's Wednesday, easy recipe, and we are making today prime rib oven roast with mashed potatoes, portobello mushroom, sauce, and yeah, let's go to the ingredients. Here is our prime rib, portobello mushroom, potatoes, sour cream, 10% cream, horseradish, and pickles, and some different herbs. And we're gonna start with our prime rib roast. For that, I create a special rub, super mega ultra secret, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of dry garlic. So this is the ultimate secret. And for that, before we're gonna apply the rub, you're gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the meat so it sticks better on your roast. So I'm gonna give it a little bit on this side, like that. And we are going with the rub. So just like so. So don't be shy with the rub, because this is a huge piece of meat. So you definitely want it to cover the whole thing as much as possible with salt, so it's gonna get seasoned very well. So get in there with your hands and rub it, the whole thing in. So like so. And now we're ready to move on to our skillet. Before we're gonna put our prime rib roast in the oven, we're gonna fry it from both sides, basically sear it, slight searing. So for that you need olive oil, then you put your meat on one side, then you will add your rosemary, like that. There we go, for flavor. And last but not least, you will add your butter. And we will get it rest for about 2 minutes on each side before we're gonna throw it in the oven. So 2 minutes has passed, let's flip it over. And we're doing one more flip. Yeah. For another 2 minutes. And we're gonna flip it one last time on the last side for another 2 minutes. Now that we have all of our sides completely stirred, we're gonna relocate it and we're gonna put it inside the oven for an hour roughly, and we're gonna check. Depends how you want it, rare, well done, or medium. So I want my meat to be medium, so it goes for an hour. If you want it to be well done, put it for 2 hours. If you want it to be rare, well, put it for as much as you want. I don't know. So I want it to be medium, so it's gonna go for 1 hour at 375 Fahrenheit. While our prime rib is in the oven, I have thrown the potatoes on the stove, and now we're gonna cook our mushrooms, right? And for that, this is what you need. So I did forget in the beginning to mention about the onion. I'm sorry about that. So you will need the onion. So you're gonna cut it this way, the onion, and that's how you wanna pre-cut your portobello mushroom. And let's go on a skillet. We start with olive oil, our onion, butter, we're gonna give it time for it to get golden. As soon as it's gonna get golden, we're gonna add the mushroom. And actually, I'm gonna throw thyme right now. We're gonna add the mushrooms a little bit later when our onion is golden. Now you see this perfect golden onion. We're gonna throw the mushroom. It's time for the mushrooms to go. Now it's a good time as well to add some salt and pepper. We're gonna add more pepper when we'll add cream as well. So just a little bit of pepper, but I will finish up with more pepper when we'll have the cream inside cooking. Okay, now we're ready to add our cream. It's 10% cream. I will add as much as I need to. I will try to cover all the mushrooms. I think that's it. Maybe this is, I think, is sufficient enough. And now we're gonna let it cook until it's completely gonna boiled up and it's gonna evaporate more water of it and becomes more creamy. And that will be our mushroom sauce for our meat. And I will add more pepper. Now it's the perfect time to add a lot of pepper because you want that pepper flavor. It's also a very good time to make sure you have enough salt. Yes, enough pepper, enough salt, it's perfection. Perfection, I say, it's perfection. I will also make a dip for our prime rib because for some reason there is always people eating it with special dip, like I don't know what it's made out of. But in a restaurant they add it, it's like liquid block. Not gonna lie to you, I should have looked it up, but that's not what I want. But they also add horseradish. Some people like plain horseradish, the strong one. Some people don't like it that much. So I'm gonna show you the alternative version of my dip with the horseradish that I like. So let's start it. You will need about as many pickles as you want. So as big as, doesn't matter how many pickles you're gonna use. I'm gonna make a good portion because we'll have a lot of people eating it. So I think 2 pickles should be sufficient enough. And the way you're gonna want it to cut it is just dice it. Plain simple, just basic dicing. The size doesn't matter. Just dice it up as much as you can. Again, it doesn't need to be big because because you want to taste the pickle in your dip. So we have our pickles ready. And I also wanted to remind you, if you guys watching it right now and haven't subscribed, please do subscribe so you don't miss any more of my recipes on Easy Recipes for Wednesdays. Anyway, so let's go back to the sauce. Now we're gonna add horseradish. I will add a lot of it. So I'm gonna add about 3-4 tablespoons of horseradish, like that. So it's a good chunk of horseradish. I'm gonna add one more. And we will add as well about 2 teaspoons of sour cream. We'll mix it up. So the sour cream and the pickle will reduce the heat from horseradish. So if you like it to be with more flavor and less heating in the nose from that strong kick from the horseradish, this is an alternative perfect way. So you know the difference about horseradish and spicy sauce. Spicy sauce, it actually makes you spicy on the tongue, but horseradish has that strong kick in your nose, which I'm not a big fan of, but I do love horseradish. And I came up with a solution, so you still have the horseradish and that kick, but it's kinda make it a little bit more mild. So I will give it a quick taste. It's perfect. You still have that small kick, small burn on the top, but that you don't have that extreme hard kick in your nose and in your brain. This is ideal for someone who loves horseradish but doesn't like that extreme hard kick in the nose. So let's move on to our smashed potatoes. Or it's mashed potatoes, but I'm gonna call them smashed potatoes. So our smashed potatoes, we're starting to work on them. So you take a potato and you smash it. Okay, that's why it's a smashed potato. Anyway, it's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be potatoes. Everyone know how to boil some potatoes, and salt, and again 10% cream. We'll not be adding any butter. No butter. No. Smashed potatoes. So, okay, fine. Mashed potatoes. No judgment. Mash, smash, same thing. I'm gonna fill it up like that. If you don't have a smasher or a masher, use your fork. We have a masher, and you take it and you crush it. And smash. Now that we smashed our potatoes, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And cream. We're gonna roughly start with about half a cup of cream. I'm gonna give it a tiny mix, and we'll see if we need to add anything more or it's enough. I think we need to add a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And we're gonna give it another look. And I think it's enough of cream. I think it's perfect enough. You can see the potatoes have that mashed texture, the one that you want to achieve. That is gonna be for our prime rib side dish. So our roast is ready. So I will let it sit for 375 degrees for about 45 minutes, and then we'll let it turn off completely the heat, and inside with the heat of the stove we'll let it rest for another 15 minutes inside the oven. So let's open up and see what we got. I will show you how I do it. There is probably a million ways of doing it. I'm doing this way because I'm used to that way. First, I will try to remove the bones, both of the bones out. Then I will flip it and I will cut myself a perfect piece that I want of meat. Maybe there is other ways of doing it, sure, but this is the way I like to do it. Then I can eat the bones separately because, well, I love the bones. Okay, so let's go and try cut it out. So we're gonna put our bones aside. So that's what you want. You see? That's what you want. Well, that's for medium well done. There's a medium well done. So let's go and cut ourselves a piece for our plating. One, two pieces, yeah, maybe 3 pieces. Okay, we're gonna go with 3 pieces. There we go. Okay, well, let's take a look what we got. this is a royal dinner. You have your prime, you have your portobello mushrooms, you have your mashed, and you have that special sauce from radish. So let's taste first of all the portobello mushrooms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Magnificent. It's magnificent. It's crunchy, it's creamy, it's big mushroom. That's what you want when you eat your mushroom. Not tiny little thing, it's a big heavy mushroom. Let's go with our prime now. And I will throw that dip sauce like that, lots of it. It's so good. Oh my god, just amazing. Yeah, now okay, fine. I will trust the now we have to try the mash, obviously, because mash. Well, who doesn't love mash? So airy, so flaky. Not flaky, but it just melts. It's so nice. It's not like heavy. It's so nice and light. And because we only added some cream, 10%, there was no butter. It's just like perfection. The only thing is just missing is a nice glass of red wine. This is a perfect dinner. It's a super easy recipe. It's not quick to do because it takes a while in the oven. I'm trying not to laugh because I want to say it's super quick because it's not quick, but it's easy. You don't have to be a professional cook to cook it. It's quite simple. You can see it doesn't take that much effort in the kitchen, except yes, it does take a lot of time in the oven. Anyway, please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below what you want me to create next. And also hit that like button if you would have hit that. Definitely deserve a like button. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye guys.